Hello everybody, this is Mr. DurRoss. I am here with my back to school night presentation for AP Bio Prep Honors, and I've organized a presentation as a series of questions that I thought many of you might have, and then if you have additional questions you can feel free to contact me after. So first question that you might be asking is, why am I recording a YouTube video rather than being at Perry Junior High and presenting in person? Well, the reason is because I am actually here tonight, not at the Turringstone Casino, but rather here at VVS Central School District. I am the coach of the New Hartford varsity girls soccer team, and our schedule has us at VVS for a 6:30 kickoff tonight, and so I was unable to change that match, and so I'm unable to be here at the back to school night, and so I apologize for that. I would much prefer to be at Perry Junior High giving this presentation. I do feel bad not being there, but rather than that, I thought I would record my presentation that I would typically give during Parents' Night, and you can view that and hopefully get the same information as if I were there at back to school night. So I'll just do a little bit of introductions here. So my name is Frank DurRoss Jr. I am a New Hartford graduate. My family moved to New Hartford in 7th grade from Utica, and I was a student here at Perry Junior High. I was a student at the high school and graduated from New Hartford. From there, I went on to the University of Vermont in Burlington, Vermont, where I was studying environmental studies. I had an interest in ecology and the environment, and so I got my bachelor's degree from the University of Vermont. From there, I decided I want to continue my education, and I went on to SUNY Environmental Science and Forestry, which is in Syracuse. And there I was studying systems ecology, and I was working towards my master's at computer models of ecosystem dynamics. And I really enjoyed that. However, I realized that at some point I had to actually get a job and couldn't just stay in school for my entire life. While I was at ESF, I started to do some teaching. I was a graduate assistant teaching some sections of their lab courses, and I really enjoyed that, and I thought it was something that I might like to do for a career. And so I switched to Syracuse University, and I started pursuing my master's in science education at SU. And I received that degree in 1999 and started teaching in New Hartford in the next school year. And I've actually been here in New Hartford for my entire career. This will be my 21st year, all here at Perry Junior High. During that time, I've taught all 3 grades that we have here at Perry. I've taught 7th grade life science, I have taught 7th grade accelerated science, 8th grade science, I've taught living environment AIS, and I've taught AP Bio Prep, which is the course that your children are enrolled in. And so I know quite a bit about sort of the curriculum from grade 7 all the way through 9, and so I think that having that diverse experience will help me to give your sons and daughters a great experience. So let's talk a little bit about our course. So the course is called AP Bio Prep Honors. It's kind of a mouthful. And the goals of our course are several, and I'll just tell you a little bit about each of those. So first of all, the course ends in a Regents exam. It's the Living Environment Regents exam that students throughout the state will take. And we are going to work on preparing for that Regents exam. And the expectations, however, are not just that we are going to be preparing for the Living Environment Regents exam. We are an AP Bio Prep course, and what that means is that we have higher expectations. We work towards goals that are well beyond what is typically included in the Living Environment curriculum. And the goal is to help prepare these students for further coursework once they reach the high school, whether that's AP Bio or Physics or AP Environmental Science. Those courses require different skills, different levels of student engagement to be successful, and so we start to work on those skills here this year in AP Bio Prep. And some of those skills include synthesizing, analyzing new information, reading and interpreting scientific publications. You may have heard they are working on reading an actual peer-reviewed journal article from Science with some help. And we're asking them to do some pretty extensive reading and analyzing of that material. We'll be using statistics to analyze data sets and coming to conclusions from those data. It's something we're working on this week as well. And then applying their knowledge to new situations, to a new context, to help them improve at their ability to assimilate and use new information. So those goals are asking a lot of students, and I will ask a lot of them in this class. I know that they are capable of doing that, but sometimes it takes some time to work through some of those skills, and I will require them to be independent and self-motivated and be able to work on their own. And so that's sometimes a little bit of a struggle at first. The units that we cover this year are just 5 units, and each one will take us quite a while. We will go into material that's well beyond what the typical living environment curriculum contains, and that's again to help prepare them for these more advanced science courses. So to find success, it's important that students stay organized, and so we have a few ways to help them to do that. Excuse me. So staying organized and staying on top of the work is an important skill for students to learn, especially as they reach more advanced coursework. So each day, this is what our board will look like. And so to help students keep track of what's going on in class, we have a few things. So this is the top parts are for AP Bio Prep. So what they're going to see here every day is our sort of weekly agenda, what we're going to be working on for each day of the week. We also have an agenda for today. Here are the activities we're going to be completing today. We have our question of the day in which students answer this every single day. And then any homework that's coming up for the next week or two will be posted in the top right. So they have ample chances to see what's going on, what's coming up. And so hopefully they're staying organized, using their agenda. I also have some other resources I'll talk about in a minute. So I do have the class website, which I use for posting assignments. I use the calendar here quite a bit, and I'll just show you that real quick. So here's our school website. If you go to newhartfordschools.org/DurRoss, this will bring you to my school website. The section for your students are this AP Bio Prep section. You can see here's some of their upcoming assignments here on the right. And if we click on the calendar, we can see the calendar for the upcoming days. You can see some homework assignments and things that are coming up. So that's there for you can check, and if you want to see what's coming up, students can check online if they forgot to write something in their agenda. We also have a list here of each unit. First unit we're starting is Scientific Inquiry. What we have is some notes. I'll tell you about the videos in a minute, but we'll have a list of topics for each quiz and things like that will be added to each unit as we get to them. We also have our YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel is called Science DurRoss. This video is actually posted there, so you're watching my channel as we speak. So what I do is each class I record what's on the screen. That's what I'm doing right now, and a recording of the audio. And so what you're going to see if you go to the YouTube channel, you'll see a playlist for AP Bio Prep. Okay, it's here. There's not much there now. And so this was our first set of notes that we were taking, and I made a recording. And so students can watch this video just like as if they were here in class. It's helpful if a student's missed a day of class and they missed some notes, they can go back and watch this video. Some students use this to review before quizzes. Some students use this each day when they go home. They'll watch the day's notes if we've done them to help them sort of assimilate that information. So these are posted each day that we do notes, and it's a resource for students to help them in whatever way that they can use it. And so it's something that a lot of students really appreciate, and I know parents appreciate as well, to have that available. School Tool is a great way to help keep track of how your students doing in class. I generally will grade their material relatively quickly and get it into School Tool so you can see their grades. And they check these quite often, I know. We use Google Classroom as well, in which sometimes they use to post resources. Some assignments are done through Google Classroom. Sometimes they're submitted through Google Classroom. Other times they're submitted on paper to me. It just depends on the assignment. But we will use those tools frequently throughout the year. So their grades in class are based on several things. There are quizzes, okay, which are in each unit we will have a quiz, sometimes one, sometimes two per unit, and those questions are often based on old Regents questions or some more advanced sort of AP Bio type questions. We have tests at the end of each unit as well that covers all of the material from that unit. We'll be doing a variety of lab activities throughout the year in which students have to collect some data, analyze that data, and complete some work to turn in to be graded. All Regents science courses have a lab requirement, and that requirement says that for a student to qualify to take the Regents exam, they must complete 1,200 minutes of satisfactory labs with satisfactory lab reports. And if they do not do so, then they are not eligible to take the Regents and therefore would have to repeat the class next year. I have to say this, but it's never a problem. We will do over 2,000 minutes worth of labs throughout the year. I've never had a problem with a student not being able to take the Regents because they didn't meet the lab requirement, so there will be plenty of opportunities for them to get their 1,200 minutes. There will also be homework somewhat regularly, and things that are assigned. Sometimes they can work in class on some of that. Much of it will have to be done at home. Will be done and graded. Other times when we just have a quick homework assignment, it's graded based on completion, and that's something that you might see. So again, I would like to apologize for not being at Back to School Night in person. I hope that this presentation has been helpful, and I please encourage you to contact me in any way that you wish. If you have questions, if you have concerns about your child, if you have any information for me that might be helpful as I help to teach them throughout the year. But I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I look forward to meeting you in the future. So thank you very much.